We have a small electric motor that's down low by the battery pack.
We are 70% water and only 30% land. And so really, the availability of fresh water is simply about energy and transport.
In a move that caught everyone off guard, Elon Musk announced on X that Tesla is pivoting from battery-powered cars to hydrogen fuel cell technology. This major shift comes as Tesla hits roadblocks in scaling up production of its 4,680 battery cells, prompting the company to explore new and sustainable energy paths. Alongside the announcement, Musk unveiled Tesla's brand new water engine, set to play a starring role in this transformation. Now, this brings up some big questions. What makes this water engine such a game changer? And how could it shake up not just the auto industry, but other sectors too? Stay tuned, because what's coming next from Elon Musk might just blow your mind. And if you don't want to miss what's next, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more breaking tech stories like this. Musk's passion for sustainability isn't new. As the driving force behind Tesla and SpaceX, he's long been a major player in tech and green innovation. His non-stop push for progress has sparked revolutionary changes in both the car world and the cosmos. With Tesla, Musk didn't just want to build electric cars, he aimed to flip the whole idea of transportation on its head. He's helped prove that eco-friendly cars can not only match but surpass traditional ones in speed, design, and performance. Musk's goals for SpaceX stretch way beyond our atmosphere. According to reports, the company wants to open the doors to space travel for everyday people and lay the foundation for life on Mars. His never-back-down attitude has earned him a rep as one of today's boldest tech trailblazers. Back to that water engine. This thing is seriously practical, and the reason we're so hyped about it will absolutely amaze you. Let's not forget how SpaceX has already flipped the script in aerospace. Its success with landing and reusing rockets has made spaceflight more efficient and less wasteful, thanks to some incredible engineering. It's just another example of how Musk takes wild ideas and makes them real. When Tesla launched in 2003, hardly anyone believed in the dream. Back then, electric cars were seen as clunky, slow, and unrealistic. But Musk pushed forward, launching the Roadster, a sleek, high-performance EV that shattered expectations and showed the world what was possible, and that was just the beginning. Tesla went on to release the models S, X, 3, and Y, each one breaking new ground in battery life, range, and self-driving tech. These cars have turned electric driving into something people actually want, not just something they settle for. But Musk's mission goes far beyond cars. Through Tesla Powerwall and solar roof products, he's working to build a full-on clean energy ecosystem. These tools help homes and businesses generate solar power and store it efficiently, cutting the cord from fossil fuels in a practical, everyday way. Now, circling back to space again, SpaceX has crushed it when it comes to big milestones. The Falcon 9 rocket is a huge win for sustainability, slashing the waste tied to traditional rocket building. And let's not overlook the Starlink project, which aims to blanket the globe in internet coverage. It's just one more sign of Musk's massive influence on where tech is headed. Let's dive deeper into this water engine. It's based on a surprisingly simple but genius idea: creating energy from water. And trust us, things are about to get really interesting. Traditional combustion engines rely on fossil fuels, while electric models run on batteries. Neither of them can fully provide the level of clean energy the world needs. The water engine employs a process known as reverse electrolysis. Let's break it down. Ordinary electrolysis uses electricity to break water into hydrogen and oxygen. Reverse electrolysis does the opposite. It combines hydrogen and oxygen to make electricity, with water vapor as the only byproduct. This makes it a clean and eco-friendly energy source. Here's how it works. Water is added to the system, and an initial energy input splits it into hydrogen and oxygen. These are stored in separate tanks inside the vehicle. When the engine runs, hydrogen flows into a fuel cell. Inside the cell, hydrogen is split into protons and electrons. The electrons create an electric current to power the motor, while the protons combine with oxygen to form water vapor. This process is a loop. water becomes energy, then turns back into water. It's a game changer for creating sustainable and environmentally friendly energy. Inside the fuel cell, protons move through a special membrane and combine with oxygen from the air to produce water vapor. As long as hydrogen and oxygen are provided, this process keeps generating electricity efficiently. But how does this water-powered engine compare to regular and electric engines? The results are mind-blowing. Keep watching to find the answer and many more. Elon Musk, electric engine versus water engine. Experts say that regular gas engines are only about 20 to 30% efficient, with most of the energy being wasted as heat. In comparison, electric engines are way better, reaching around 85 to 90% efficiency. But even electric engines aren't perfect. They take a while to charge, and over time, the batteries wear out and lose performance. Water engines come somewhere in between, offering about 60% efficiency. While they're not as efficient as electric ones, they come with a major bonus. They're much cleaner and more eco-friendly. That's what makes water engines a real contender for greener energy in the future. But wait, there's more. Water engines tap into the powerful energy in hydrogen, letting cars go just as far, or even farther, than regular gas-powered vehicles. Imagine a car that only releases water vapor and doesn't leave you stressed about losing power mid-drive. That's what makes water engines so fascinating. Unlike electric vehicles that can take hours to charge, water engines can be refueled quickly, just like filling up at a regular gas pump. This fast refueling, mixed with how clean they are, makes water engines a real game changer for the future of cars. One of the biggest wins is reducing carbon emissions. Regular engines release tons of carbon dioxide and pollution that damage the environment and drive climate change. Water engines, in contrast, give off nothing but water vapor. They're a clean, sustainable solution that could seriously shrink our carbon footprint and help lead us into a greener world. To give some perspective, a typical gas car spits out about 4.6 metric tons of carbon dioxide every year. If we switch to water engines, we could wipe out those emissions entirely. Plus, environmentalists say cities would see a huge improvement in air quality without harmful nitrogen oxides and other toxic particles in the air. Electric vehicles are definitely cleaner than gas-powered ones, but they're not flawless. Digging up materials like lithium and cobalt for batteries damages the environment. And if the electricity that charges those EVs comes from fossil fuels, the emission savings aren't as impressive as they seem. That's why hydrogen fuel cells are the next big clean energy option. They only produce water as a byproduct. But it's not quite that simple. Making hydrogen often depends on natural gas, which still pollutes. So finding truly clean energy solutions isn't as easy as it sounds. Still, water engines are a huge step toward a cleaner, greener future. Hydrogen is easy to store and move, but since it has low energy density, it needs high-pressure tanks to stay stable. What Tesla engineers came up with to fix that problem? It's seriously mind-blowing. Tesla engineers believe that using reverse electrolysis, their water engine could solve these issues more cleanly and efficiently. We forgot to mention another important aspect: finance. Financially, the water engine could save a lot in the long run. Gas engines need regular maintenance like oil changes and exhaust repairs, which add up over time. Electric cars have fewer moving parts, so they cost less to maintain, but battery replacements are expensive and can impact the environment. With its simpler build and fewer parts, the water engine needs less upkeep and has lower running costs. These savings could make it a more affordable choice for people. You can bet it will be a cleaner, cost-effective alternative to traditional and electric vehicles. The components of water engines, like fuel cells and electrolysis systems, are built to last, potentially giving vehicles a longer lifespan. And you don't have to worry about the price. As the technology improves and becomes mass-produced, the initial cost of water engine cars could drop. making them more affordable for everyone. That doesn't mean switching to water engines comes without its fair share of challenges and opportunities. For starters, Tesla has to bear a huge upfront investment to set up refueling stations. They may need to build or upgrade stations to handle water refueling technology. That's not all. Governments and private companies must work together to make this network a reality on a global scale. Water engines could reduce our reliance on oil. This might lead to more stable fuel prices and ease tensions caused by oil supply issues. Moving towards sustainable energy could have big positive effects on the global economy in the long run. On the good side, this shift could stimulate job creation in new industries focused on water engine technology, manufacturing, and infrastructure development. Another critical problem Tesla has to solve is overcoming resistance to change in the industry. Remember, the current automotive infrastructure is rooted in fossil fuels, from manufacturing processes to refueling networks. Many players in the old sector may find the move toward water engines undesirable. To address these challenges, Tesla can work with existing technologies and expertise. For instance, many hydrogen fuel cell technology principles, such as design and storage, can be applied to water engines. This could facilitate faster development and deployment of the new technology. But what does the future hold for Musk's water engine? Will it redefine our approach to energy and transportation, or will it falter under the weight of these obstacles? The automotive industry watched Musk's announcement with keen interest, and every player recognized the potential disruption this technology could bring. To ensure widespread adoption, Tesla must also develop efficient and cost-effective reverse electrolysis systems, establish robust water refueling infrastructure, and ensure the safety and reliability of the technology. If these challenges are addressed, the water engine could revolutionize the automotive industry and pave the way for a cleaner, more sustainable future. You may be surprised by the reactions of major players to Elon Musk's announcement. Automotive giants such as Toyota and Hyundai, who have long championed hydrogen fuel cell technology, have expressed mixed feelings toward Musk's venture. According to industry experts, Toyota views Musk's endeavor as a validation of its long-held belief in the potential of hydrogen. They see it as a positive step toward wider acceptance and investment in hydrogen infrastructure. Toyota has already made significant investments in hydrogen engine research. Hyundai, on the other hand, has taken a more conservative stance. Media reports suggest that Hyundai is not yet ready to invest heavily in the development needed to support hydrogen and water engine technologies. Still doubting the feasibility of the water engine? You're not alone. Even seasoned industry experts aren't on the same page. While some hail it as a groundbreaking move that could accelerate the shift to sustainable energy, others express skepticism about its real-world applications. According to Joseph Ra, a former U.S. Department of Energy official, hydrogen cars are among the least efficient and most expensive ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That's not all. Ra also argued that the infrastructure costs for a nationwide network of hydrogen refueling stations would be too expensive for any person or government to bear. Additionally, over 100 scientists, led by Professor David Shawn of the University of Cambridge, criticized the use of hydrogen-powered vehicles for the Paris 2024 Olympics. They argued that these vehicles are not as environmentally friendly as claimed, pointing out that hydrogen cars require approximately 3 times more renewable electricity than battery electric vehicles. They also noted that most hydrogen is produced from fossil fuels, undermining its green credentials. Maybe Tesla's water-powered engine will address some of the fears raised by critics. No matter what the experts say, the ultimate decision lies with the public, who are expected to be both the consumers and users. So, how exactly has the public reacted to Elon Musk's water engine aspirations? Public reaction to Elon Musk's announcement. Elon Musk's recent announcement about a water-powered engine sparked a mix of excitement, curiosity, and skepticism. Tesla enthusiasts and environmental advocates quickly took to social media, buzzing about the potential for cleaner and more efficient engines. Many are thrilled by the idea of lower emissions and the opportunity to reshape the future of sustainable transportation. But not everyone's on board just yet. Let's not forget, Elon Musk once dismissed the concept of a water engine. Now, people are scratching their heads, wondering what made him change his mind about hydrogen technology. Still, there's a bigger and more concerning issue. Keep watching to learn more. One major challenge lies in the need for an entirely new refueling system. While gas stations are everywhere and EV charging stations are growing rapidly, building out a similar network for water engines would require massive investment and teamwork across industries. For this technology to succeed, it must clear some serious roadblocks. First, reverse electrolysis needs to become both cost-effective and more efficient. Second, a wide, user-friendly refueling infrastructure must be developed. And third, public trust has to be earned by addressing concerns around cost, safety, and how realistic this solution really is. If Musk and his team can push past these challenges, the water engine could completely change how we get around and set the stage for a cleaner future. But this won't be a walk in the park. The road ahead is full of uncertainty, and only time will show whether this bold idea will truly take off. Compared to the vast network of gas stations and the quickly growing number of EV chargers, hydrogen infrastructure is still in its early days. Right now, hydrogen refueling stations are few and far between, mainly found in places like California, Japan, and certain parts of Europe. Though this limited network provides a starting point for water engines, since they rely on similar hydrogen-based refueling, there's still a long way to go. A much larger and more accessible system will be needed to make widespread use possible. The good news is that Tesla has a plan. According to company sources, Tesla will leverage its expertise in building EV supercharging stations. The company plans to retrofit existing EV stations with hydrogen refueling capabilities and construct new stations specifically designed for water engines. This ambitious undertaking will require substantial investment and collaboration with governments and private sector partners to guarantee widespread availability and convenience for consumers. But key questions remain about the speed at which this network can be built, as well as the logistical and financial obstacles that must be overcome. These questions are important as Tesla progresses with its water engine rollout. The cost of infrastructure development, the reliable production and distribution of hydrogen, compliance with safety regulations, and public perception all pose significant challenges that must be addressed to integrate this new technology successfully. Safety is undeniably paramount when introducing new technology, and the water engine is no exception. We are about to reveal a critical flaw in the water engine concept. You don't want to miss the next scene. While hydrogen offers a clean energy source, it is also highly flammable and requires careful handling. Remember, the water engine converts water into hydrogen, essentially inheriting these safety challenges. To mitigate potential risks, Tesla has implemented several safety measures. For instance, they will integrate an advanced hydrogen storage system to ensure hydrogen is stored securely within the vehicle. These systems are designed to withstand high pressure and prevent leaks, undergoing rigorous testing procedures to meet and exceed safety standards set by international regulatory bodies. By prioritizing safety at every stage of development and deployment, Tesla aims to establish the water engine as a reliable and secure technology. However, whether these safety measures will fully alleviate public concerns remains to be seen. Building trust and ensuring public confidence will require ongoing communication and transparency about the technology's safety features and protocols. Additional steps, such as public awareness campaigns and independent safety certifications, could further enhance the perception of the water engine as a safe and trustworthy alternative. This brings us to the issue of legal and regulatory requirements. Regulations regarding hydrogen storage, transportation, and use vary across countries. Tesla will need to work closely with regulatory bodies to ensure compliance and secure the necessary approvals for the widespread adoption of this new technology. The problem is that this process is not as easy as it seems. Let's walk through it. It often begins with extensive documentation, rigorous testing, and ongoing dialogue with regulators to address concerns and adapt to evolving requirements. Without these efforts, Tesla would never have overcome regulatory hurdles. There is another important question to answer. Is it worth the stress? Making the case for water engines. Let's kick things off by comparing water engines with hydrogen fuel cells. As we already touched on, hydrogen fuel cells pack a serious punch when it comes to energy, offering long driving ranges and super quick refueling. Plus, they only emit water vapor, which is great for the environment. But there's a catch. Producing, storing, and transporting hydrogen gas isn't easy. It's highly flammable and needs a whole lot of specialized infrastructure to handle it safely. Water engines, on the flip side, have a major advantage. They can produce hydrogen on demand. That means better storage options and fewer safety risks compared to handling hydrogen gas directly. But that's not where the benefits end. Water engines also work well with renewable energy sources, giving them a big sustainability boost. The downside? Reverse electrolysis, the tech that powers them, demands a lot of energy up front, which can affect overall efficiency. Here's the deal. Whether water engines take off or not will depend on a bunch of different things: solving technical challenges, building strong refueling networks, and being able to compete with current options like hydrogen fuel cells and battery-powered electric vehicles. We've already covered how costly it is to research, develop, and invest in water-powered vehicles. But let's set that aside for a moment. You're probably curious about what this means for Tesla's profits and what it could mean for investors. Right now, the market potential for water engines looks exciting, even if it's not without its hurdles. The good news? The auto industry is moving fast toward cutting emissions and embracing cleaner energy sources. Governments around the world are rolling out strict pollution rules and offering big incentives for clean tech, which creates the perfect backdrop for game-changing innovations like water engines. So, Elon Musk isn't going it alone when it comes to pushing for sustainability. In the early days, water engines could catch the eye of early adopters and eco-conscious buyers. But as the tech gets better and prices come down, a lot more people might be willing to give it a shot. Analysts are predicting that water engines could grab a solid chunk of the market over the next 10 years if Tesla can solve the efficiency issues, build out the infrastructure, and scale up production and distribution. To make that happen, Tesla might also need to team up with governments and private companies to keep things moving forward. It's also worth pointing out that water engines won't be entering the market alone. They'll be competing with well-established players like battery electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cells. Each has its own perks and drawbacks, and people will make their choices based on things like cost, driving range, how fast they can refuel, and how green the tech really is. Beyond Elon Musk's vision and Tesla's engineering talent, the fate of water engines depends on a bigger picture, including government support, tech breakthroughs, and what customers actually want. But here's the tricky part. Those factors are constantly changing. That means water engines need to stay flexible and keep evolving if they want to stay in the game. In the end, what will make water engines successful is a mix of cutting-edge innovation, smart partnerships, and supportive policies. If all the right pieces fall into place, water engines could seriously shake up the auto industry and drive us closer to a greener, more sustainable future. The future of water engine technology. Tesla's water engine is full of exciting potential, but it's not the only game in town. Other companies and fresh innovations are gearing up to challenge Tesla in the race toward sustainable transportation. Take Nikola Corporation, for example. They're focused on building hydrogen-powered trucks and could become a major rival. Despite some bumps in the road, Nikola has made real progress with their heavy-duty vehicles that run on hydrogen fuel cells. But here's the twist. Their main target is the commercial market, which could put serious pressure on Tesla, especially in the long-haul trucking industry. BMW is another big name diving into water engine technology. Known for its strong brand and engineering skills, BMW has been working on hydrogen fuel cell tech, revealing some cool prototypes and committing to deeper research. With BMW stepping into the water engine world, the competition could really heat up, especially in the luxury car segment. Then there's Rivian. If you haven't heard of them, Rivian is an electric vehicle startup that's backed by giants like Amazon and Ford. Right now, they're all in on battery electric vehicles, but thanks to their fresh ideas and deep pockets, Rivian could easily pivot toward water engine tech if the market starts moving in that direction. That said, teamwork is still key to making water engines mainstream quickly. Tesla has a solid history of teaming up with other players to push its tech goals forward. Working together with car makers, energy companies, and top research teams could speed up innovation, expand infrastructure, and lower costs, helping the whole industry and customers alike. The competition around water engines is shaping up to be fast-moving and fierce. For Tesla to stay ahead, it'll need to keep pushing the boundaries of technology, build smart partnerships, and stay flexible as the market evolves. By linking up with top tech firms, universities, and research groups, Tesla can tap into cutting-edge discoveries and advanced tools, speeding up its water engine development. Partnering with universities that are leading the charge in hydrogen research can help Tesla improve the power and efficiency of its water engines. For instance, working with materials science experts might lead to stronger and more efficient electrolysis systems. Collaborating with hydrogen storage specialists could also bring safer and more compact storage solutions. On top of that, teaming up with tech powerhouses like Google or Apple could bring smart software and AI features into water engine vehicles. And it doesn't stop there. To truly go green, the hydrogen used in water engines should come from electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources like wind or solar. Just picture it. Homes with solar panels making hydrogen during the day, which is then used to fuel water engine cars. But water engines aren't just for cars. Word is, Tesla is even looking at using this tech in aviation. Imagine ships running on water engines, cutting down pollution from global shipping and helping to clean up the oceans and the air. That matters a lot since shipping is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Water engines could also play a big role in heavy industries that need a lot of power. They could cut down the use of fossil fuels and lower emissions. Industries like mining, construction, and manufacturing could all benefit from cleaner energy solutions. By offering a clean, reliable energy source, water engines have the power to change not just how we get around, but also how we produce power and run big industries, paving the way to a greener and more sustainable world. Thanks for sticking with us. Do you think water engines are the future of clean energy transportation? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and hit like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And check out the next video on your screen. You're going to love it.